Fuck
Welcome.
that guy. Welcome.
To episode 11.
11 anus.
11 Enos. We got today talking about the Odyssey, talk about Sam Neill and his passing, and one of his movies that we randomly chose to rewatch and review. And some other random bibs and bops and news.
Yeah.
I suppose just get straight in.
The last couple of days.
I guess we get straight into it.
What do you want to talk about first? Odyssey, I'm assuming, because that's the number one thing in everyone's fucking minds at the moment.
Yeah, we'll just get straight into the Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly don't know where to start because I want to like it because it's a Christopher Nolan movie.
It's a meh movie for me.
Yeah.
It's a meh. It was like, I watched it. It was okay. There was parts in it that were alright. There was parts in it where I was like, God damn it, man.
You can definitely tell Christopher Nolan put his extra spice on it with cinematography and his lack of CGI because he wants everything to look real. Like even the scene where they're in a cave with that. I won't say what it is because spoilers. Well, there we go.
Nah, fuck it. We're in the cave. Should know by now.
In the cave, well, it's part of the story anyway. In the cave,
exactly.
When they're with the Cyclops, like apparently, that wasn't CG.
No, it was like a big thing.
Yeah, which was crazy.
I think they used like trick cinematography as well to like make a man look. You know, they used to do like back in the day when they make like. They bring like one person really close to the thing and they make the other people like further away and it makes it look like they're really big when they're not. That sort of shit.
Yeah. Like all the cinematography, all that sort of stuff was classic Christopher Nolan and it was really It's just a shame that he...
face.
Yeah.
That's basically
yeah, the eye, how it was sideways was fucking... That was an odd choice.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like, you know, in like Scary Movie 3 when they're like, oh, that's just fucking Pete. And it's like that swirly faced man in the photo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the Cyclops look like.
Yeah, it wasn't
basically.
Wasn't the greatest choice.
Like, its face up. No, it looked kind of weird. Its scream thing was pretty cool though.
Yes.
Sounds fucking pretty nuts.
Yeah, the only issue is the cinema I went to. Yeah. Well, the only cinema in this town. I went to it, and the session I watched was probably in the smaller of the cinemas, and all the chairs were like the recliner chairs. So it was. It was the smaller cinema, but it was supposed to also be the more premium cinema.
Yeah, it's like gold glass. Yeah.
Sort of, without that label and the price tag, but
yeah, okay.
The speakers must have been fucking up because when the Cyclops are screaming, the speakers were crackling hard. Yeah,
right. The sound in this movie, like, because I went to see it in VMAX here, which is like the ritzy fucking cinema, like the best sort of cinema we've got in Adelaide, and. Alex bitched about the sound in the first fucking 15 minutes. He's like, it doesn't sound right. It sounds weird. And I've heard other people bitching about the sound in the movie too, saying it's a bit like tin canny almost. Like, it kind of sounds like it's coming from next door. But
yeah,
I didn't notice that as much, but he noticed it straight away. And I've heard other people bitch about that too. I think once you start, like at first, maybe you notice it. And then once you get into the movie, maybe you don't notice as much. But yeah.
I think that has a lot. I think that has a lot to do with how it was shot because this is the first ever movie that has been 100% shot on VMAX film with a VMAX camera.
Yeah.
And I was actually watching an interview with Matt Damon talking about the movie, and he reckons that because traditional VMAX cameras, when they film, they're so loud, it sounds like he's described it as a sewing machine and a blender having a fight or something to that effect. Yeah, so it's really loud. So Christopher Nolan actually challenged the VMAX company, or the IMAX company, sorry, to...
Put a silencer on, bitch.
they created this massive soundproof box for the VMAX cameras, so they could film everything in VMAX.
That's pretty cool.
It turned the VMAX cameras into like giant coffin looking things. So they showed a few photos of it. It's pretty interesting.
It's like the AK-47 box from like fucking Citizen Vigilante, but with cameras.
Yeah, pretty much.
Instead of AKs.
Yeah, which I mean, Christopher Nolan's always pushing things like that. It's just a sort of a shame that he called this a passion project or a dream project or whatever the terminology used or word he used.
Yeah.
And he left out so much key details from the story.
Yeah.
Like I would say 90% of the Odyssey's story is there, but the 10% that he missed out were probably the most important.
Yeah, it's like kind of like Lord of the Rings, like the original cut. So it's like it's all there, but there's also like a lot of shit's missing.
Yeah.
Some of which are key details.
And should we just talk about
it was a fucking long movie, bro. Like it was 3 hours.
Yeah. It was.
Like fucking fitting any more in there, he would have been pushing it, you know.
But I mean,
I can't really fault him on that. Like I can fault him on like changing things whilst retaining them in the movie.
Yeah, but there's also a lot of stuff he could have cut out that had no bearing on the story.
Yeah.
And
a lot of the stuff that happens in Ithaca is like he probably didn't really need to know. All that shit. They spent a little bit too much time in Ithaca, I feel. Like going on about like Tom Holland's character and the mother.
Yeah, well, the Odyssey is pretty much about Odysseus's punishment for the Trojan War. So I don't think they needed to show more than like a minute of Ithaca at all, really.
I feel like a little bit more of Ithaca would have been better than a minute, because then you get a good grasp of all these suitors and that sort of shit, because that played a big role in the ending of the movie.
Yeah, but you can sort of play all that at the end though.
You could play it at the end, but having like shortening down the sections where they go back to Ithaca, I feel would have been better.
Yeah, because it's not hard to show how much of an asshole the suitors are.
Yeah, a bunch of dicks. Kick the dog.
But anyway, to the, I guess you could say, transforming elephant in the room. Elliot Page.
Oh yeah, damn.
So for those who don't know, there was a big rumor going around that Elliot Page was going to be playing Achilles in this movie.
I think everyone knows that at this point. The rumor was that Achilles would be playing.
We have
playing Achilles.
We have come to the conclusion that she was originally going to play Achilles, but because of the backlash, it was changed last minute.
Yeah, I changed in post. I still have it's a very sneaking suspicion of mine. I think they fucking redid a lot of shit. I think like that opening was not originally in the fucking movie.
Yeah,
I think they've shot that in post and added it in, and then changed the Elliot Page's name with like, you know, maybe a little bit of AI where you can see the fucking lips moving and shit. It's hard to tell in the movie because you can't really break down and pause or have a close look at something when you're watching it in real time. But yeah, I reckon they've definitely, the backlash was like, oh fuck, man, we should do something about this quickly. Let's add a new character. Oh, Sinon, that'll do. No one knows that one. No one will care.
Because a part of the 10% that they didn't put in this movie is Achilles did not get a single mention at all. Yeah. No one even spoke his name. His name was not mentioned. No. His character was not mentioned. Nothing. Nada. Zip.
Which he doesn't play a massive role in the Odyssey.
But he does
But
play
he's
a key
still
role
in it.
he does play a key role in helping Odysseus get home when Odysseus goes to Hades.
And he's also like the most well-known warrior in the Trojan War. So I would imagine, you know, at times they'd be sitting around after they got their asses handed to them, like, fuck, I wonder what would have happened if Achilles was with us. You know what I mean? Like something like that. I wouldn't imagine would have been a stretch to just put in the name. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
you know,
not to mention that Odysseus is actually supposed to be wearing Achilles' armor after Achilles dies.
Yeah.
Which they didn't mention that at all. Ajax also didn't get a mention at all. Even in Hades, when he's also supposed to talk to Odysseus in Hades.
Yeah.
And instead of Achilles talking to Odysseus in Hades, Achilles is replaced by Sinon, this random character that Elliot Page plays.
Yeah.
Which brought down the movie quite heavily, in my opinion.
Yeah. It was just like the satisfying part was the start.
Yeah, satisfying part was the start where
satisfying scene.
Just gets a spear just gets launched into his chest. Yeah. If her character
I could walk out of this movie right now happy.
If her character had ended in the whole movie right there, and Achilles actually spoke to Odysseus in Hades, the movie would have been so much better.
Yeah.
And if Achilles was played by Brad Pitt in Hades, that would have been chef's kiss.
Oh, that would have been fucking awesome. That would have made so many people happy.
Oh yeah,
because like that Troy movie was very big when it came out. Like,
yeah.
Everyone loved it. I remember watching it quite a few times when I was a kid.
Yeah, it was even very good movie.
I was saying the other day, like the armor and shit in that is not really, historically accurate. Like especially like you look at what's his name? Eric Banner's armor in that movie, and it doesn't even look like armor. It looks like someone strung together a whole bunch of jewelry. But the vast majority of the armor and stuff within Troy looks significantly better than the armor that they have in this movie.
Yeah.
In terms of historical accuracy, and then just also like spectacle as well. Talking about a mythological age, everything should look somewhat spectacle.
I did really like the look of Agamemnon, though. He looks pretty cool.
The look of Agamemnon?
I did, yes.
Yeah, I think he looked cool as a whole. I wasn't a huge fan of his helmet, just because it was really fat on the front, like bulky for no reason. But that kind of looked a bit spastic. But yeah. If they had to just, I don't understand why they didn't show us his face either. I thought it was kind of strange, but you never see his face the entire movie. Doesn't really. I don't see why.
I thought that was a bit odd.
I don't see why that had anything to do with anything, but but yeah, his armor was overall pretty cool. I didn't like the Trojan armor, like the white. I thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah,
the Trojans all have bright white armor.
That was
and it's
weird.
just like, why do they have that? Like they wouldn't they wouldn't have
paint
the ability to make armor like that anyways. And then also like this isn't fucking Game of Thrones. There's no like fucking Kingsguard. That's what they kind of look like, to be honest. They look like the Kingsguard from fucking Game of Thrones. Like,
Well, I'm pretty sure back then they didn't have the ability to color, like paint or color metal.
Yeah, no, they probably did to an extent, but I wouldn't imagine
not white though.
It would be like they wouldn't be able to make it. They'd be able to make it white, but it would be like it wouldn't stay that way. It would be like it would fall off, or wash off. It'd probably be like a mixture of like ochres and clays and stuff like that. Shit. Yeah, like it wouldn't stay on for an extended period of time. It'd probably be like white for like
A
until
day.
they got any amount of rain on it, and then it'd come off. Yeah, and then in a
Yeah.
day it would start flaking off and shit. So I wouldn't imagine they'd be able to make it completely white. It'd have to look like their armor. None of their armor was bronze. It's the Bronze Age, and nothing was fucking
Well,
bronze, dude.
well, that's what I mean. Like, I get the whole cinematography of it, like wanting it to look different, and it's in the Bronze Age, and you don't want everything just to look plain bronze. But if you, and he's obviously not gone for historical accuracy because of all the different DEI we got in it. But
yeah, it was the most multicultural ship I've ever seen in my fucking life, bro. It looked like a downtown fucking fish market in the UK. The fucking Japanese guy rolling around, a couple Indians, some fucking Arabs and shit. It's like two white guys on the whole fucking ship.
Not to mention,
no Greeks to be seen.
Don't get me wrong, Matt Damon, Tom Holland, and Robert Pattinson and Anne Hathaway did a really good job. Their acting was on point in this movie, but it was zero Greek actors in the whole movie.
I'm pretty sure Greece actually said some shit like, "You realize that we do exist, right? Like, this shit didn't just happen thousands of years ago and we all died out. Like, we're still here. You could put us in."
Even put them as like extras or something. Like,
yeah, like you could have gotten fucking. At least they didn't get fucking Pedro Pascal. Just keep our mouth shut, because that's how you get Pedro Pascal as Odysseus. Oh, he's slightly tan. Get him in there.
Yeah, thank Christ they didn't put him in.
Yeah, Penelope Cruz would have been alright. I reckon she's kind of Greek, isn't she?
Well, there's a lot of people like Greeks are basically just decently tanned white people, really.
She's Spanish. Yeah, Penelope Cruz is Spanish, but she would have been a pretty good like mother or whatever, like, you know.
Yeah, I think before Elliot Page's transition, she would have made a decent female actor in this movie too.
Yeah, well, not wrong.
Before a mental disease.
Females play females. Yep.
But overall, I after that first hour and every scene that Elliot Page and I didn't even overly hate the Helen of Troy casting because she was like in it for a total of maybe a minute, if that.
Oh, you barely see her. You barely see her. It really doesn't have to give it to you.
Still would have been better if they were ethnically accurate.
Yeah. It still would have been better, but
like she just does not play much. Yeah.
Because it's such really a minor role. I mean, sure, why not? I guess if you really want to do that, but still, like, it would have been better to have someone more suiting. But I mean, there was no racial cohesion in this movie whatsoever. So
no. And John Bernthal's character, Agamemnon's brother, what gets me really excited for Spider-Man is John Bernthal and Tom Holland's chemistry, even though they were only on scene together for maybe 2-3 minutes. Their chemistry has got me excited for Spider-Man because they rolled off each other really well. Yeah,
they did. John Bernthal still kind of played John Bernthal a little bit in that movie, though, I did notice.
John Bernthal's just good at playing John Bernthal in every movie.
Yeah. I know, but the funny thing with John Bernthal is I don't get sick of it. It's not like Jack Black, where I'm like, oh, God damn it, just another Jack Black movie. It's just like, fuck yeah, Bernthal, let's go.
When they started talking about Odysseus and John Bernthal was going no, and he started getting louder, I'm like, oh, he's going to do the Punisher. No.
Yeah.
But no, didn't go into that.
No.
Yeah, outside of Elliot Page, and I'm not going to really think about the Helen of Troy because she was, like I said, such a minor character. Really didn't cause any issue for me. Like it would have been different.
If it was a bigger role, I would have been more annoyed. But because it was so minor, it's like you can kind of overlook it.
Yeah, like if it would have started off describing how the war started and showing her and the war's fought because of her and all that sort of stuff, I would have been a lot more annoyed
After
then.
a war for her beauty, rah, 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 rah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
yeah,
considering it was just basically the movie was about Odysseus, his journey home and his punishment from the gods because of his role in the Trojan War, it was, yeah, not basically a non-factor for me, but the key moment in Hades is what really fucking let down the whole movie for me.
Yeah.
If that was done differently and done right, I would probably give the movie close to an 8 out of 10, to be honest. But because of that key moment, that it's like it's just such a key moment in the mythology where it's like it's almost like if you take Star Wars and you redo the original trilogy for Star Wars, but you make Darth Vader not Luke Skywalker's father.
Yeah.
And it just ruins the whole thing.
Yeah, it changes everything.
Yeah. Like that scene where, if they redid the scene where Darth Vader's about to cut off Luke Skywalker's hand and he's just like, Luke, I am your father. And instead of saying that, he's like, Luke, I am your cousin. Like,
I am your sister's brother's cousin's former roommate.
Yeah, like it had ruined the whole thing.
What does that make me to you? Nothing at all. Fucking Spaceballs, bro. So good.
it had ruined the whole thing. So, from that perspective and how sluggish the first hour was, and it being such a long movie, what do you reckon you would rate it out of 10?
The first half of the movie is boring as fuck. Like, nothing happens really in the first half of the movie, which kind of like brings the whole thing down a bit. Because you're just like, what, I was waiting for something to happen. I'd probably put it at like a, I don't know, 6-ish.
Oh, you're a bit more generous.
I don't really rate that. I wouldn't. That's like being generous, like, and just cherry picking the parts of the movie I actually liked. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it'd probably be like a 4. If you look at the movie as a whole.
Well, like I said, like
the parts in it that were good were good. Like the parts in it that were good were really good.
Because if you take the 80% that they got right, like from the that they took from the story and had got accurately, like with the Cyclops or Poseidon's son, as well as the cattle being killed and all that sort of stuff. Like it was 80% for the most part pretty accurate, but that 20%, that 20% was key moments that just brings it down so much.
I'm never gonna watch that movie again. I have no intention of ever watching that movie ever again.
Yeah, so, me either.
I mean, I guess I would probably, if a movie was 6, I'd probably want to rewatch it. So
yeah, maybe in total, 6. I'd probably put it at like a 4 or a 5. I'm tossing up between 4 or 5.
Yeah,
it's for a Christopher Nolan movie. It's a big letdown because Christopher Nolan really is one of the greatest movie makers of this generation, and for him to produce something like this, it has the Christopher Nolan flavor and spice to it, but just to get those key moments wrong, it's just, it's a shame.
The Travis Scott thing was fucking dumb as shit as well.
Yeah,
that was fucking that was actually annoying. Oh man. Like, fuck off, cunt. Just shut the fuck up. Sit down. It's chicken.
Yeah, and that was like the first face you see in the movie too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mean eat chicken in a racial way. That was just the first thing I thought of. That would probably be on a Greek plate. Would be chicken.
Well, in that day, it's either chicken or pork. So you got 50-50 of getting it right. So
yeah. Oh, they had cows. They had cows.
Yeah,
beef.
they had cows. Yeah, but
Pork, beef, chicken.
Cows weren't really as widely slaughtered back then because they needed the milk.
Yeah, I think they had like some sort of like almost like Indian level sort of like love of cows. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I rated around
Goat. They probably ate goat. I imagine they ate goat.
Yeah, well, the Cyclops was creating what goat or sheep cheese or some shit.
Sheep cheese, yeah, sheep cheese.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I rated about a 4 or 5, and that's really where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I think you're about right. Like taking the movie into a whole, the letdowns, the armor, the inconsistencies, and all that sort of shit, really brings the whole fucking story down.
Yeah.
If you just looked at like the actiony parts, some of them are pretty good. I think the giants that you see, like you see them in the trailer, like those big silver armored dudes. Their height is inconsistent in that fight scene. Like in some scenes they're fucking huge, and then other scenes they're like basketball height. It's they really chop and change their height levels in certain certain frames and stuff as well. Which was a bit of a letdown for that scene. And they didn't even kill, like the only one gets killed. I actually wanted to they all just ran away. I wanted to see them actually fight these motherfuckers. There's no like actual epic battles or nothing. It was just like, oh, we found something, quickly run away. No. These guys are supposed to be hardened warriors.
Yeah. Oh, one thing we didn't talk about is the Cersei scene. That was probably my favourite scene out of the whole movie. She's just like transmorgifies the whole crew except for Odysseus into pigs, and she's like fisting a guy's throat and like cracking all their bones and like extending their chins out to snouts, and you see a lot of it, and it looks fucking cool.
Yeah, it does look pretty cool. It's like someone working with clay.
Yeah, I think that's what they made it to look like. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it was cool.
It was like
that was pretty good.
And then you could hear all the bones clicking and moving and shit. That was really cool.
Yeah. And I like how they weren't suspicious at all that there's all this armor outside of her fucking house. They're just like, oh, yeah, there's a fucking big pile of fucking swords and shields and armor. Let's just throw it out next to it. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Fucking idiots. I'd be capping that witch the first second I got.
To be fair, they're probably that hungry. They just want food, but little did they know the food was cursed.
Kill her, then take the food.
Yeah, then they're just stuck eating food forever.
Yeah, until they run out.
But yeah, anyway, 4 or 5 out of 10. I'll rate it there.
4 or 5. Yep.
I'll be generous. Yep. I'll give it a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, give it a 5. Christopher Nolan. Yeah.
Anyway,
all right,
that's done. On to other news. Rest in peace,
Sam Neill is dead. Yep. Icon of cinema for the last 30, 40 years, really.
Yeah, he's definitely...
I think the first movie I probably ever saw him in was like Jurassic Park. Actually, no, that's a lie. I remember when he was Merlin in the Merlin TV series. I don't know if they ever had that in the States, but it was like big here. Did you watch that shit? The Merlin TV series?
I never got into it.
No? It wasn't very long. It was like a mini series, but it was fucking good. Anyone that wants a nice Merlin story, I'd highly recommend sussing out the old Sam Neill Merlin miniseries. Was fucking good. But yeah, Jurassic Park, fucking being the dinosaur man for the last forever. Guy sells lamb like it's going out of fashion as well. He's like the head of lamb in Australia.
Yeah. Is he Australian or is he Kiwi?
No, he's a Kiwi.
Yeah, thought so. I couldn't remember, but I knew it was one of them. But I'm pretty sure he lived in Australia though for like he was more he was born in New Zealand, but he was more Australian than actual Kiwi.
Yeah, I think he spent a lot of time here. It's one of the few Australians that wasn't in Mad Max. That's around at that time.
Yeah, which is kind of a shame, I guess. But I mean,
Yeah.
Sam, he's got a massive roster of movies that he's done though.
Oh yeah, he's been in a lot. Sam Neill's been around the block, man.
Yeah. And we decided to rewatch Event Horizon, I guess in his honor.
Yep, we did. It was between Event Horizon and Daybreakers.
Yeah. He plays pretty similar roles in terms of like they start as looking like the good guy, but turn out to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
And he plays that role in both movies really good.
He does. And little fun fact, you know that a lot of 40K fans love Event Horizon because they say it's like basically the closest you're going to get to a 40K live action movie. Because it's like, you know, the ship goes to another dimension, goes into the warp and then doesn't have the Gala fields and gets like possessed in the warp, and that's the shit that happens to the people in the ship. It's basically like what would happen in 40K.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Makes sense.
Interesting little thing. Everyone seems to love it. It's a 40K movie, even though it's not actually a 40K movie, but it's very close similarities between the two in that respect, anyways.
The same guy who directed it wrote it?
Event Horizon?
Because you said Paul W. Anderson directed it, but did he write it as well?
I don't think so, no.
The writer is Philip Eisner. He must be.
There's comic books as well that follow on from that, like progress the story more as well. I found out after watching it the other night.
Yeah, right.
Yep. They go back into space to find the other half of the ship at one point. Yeah, there's like a couple comic books that apparently extend the story, but I'm actually interested to try and find them and give them a read because I reckon it'd be interesting. But overall, it's a pretty cool story.
I definitely would like to see a sequel. I mean, even if they remade it today and then did a sequel after that, because for the time that it was made, for what kind of movie it was, I don't think if it had gotten the Avatar treatment, how Old Mate waited to make Avatar when like CGI was a lot better.
Yeah.
James Cameron, that's it. I couldn't think of his name. If they'd done that with this and waited for CGI to be a bit better, I think it would have performed a lot better in cinema.
Yeah. I think it still actually looked quite good. It kind of had like that alien level treatment, like the kind of like set and ships and stuff like that. Suits.
I give
kind of had like an alien vibe to it. You know what I mean?
I give most movies that have anything to do with space travel and other planets and other dimensions, like, I don't necessarily have to watch the trailer to watch it because I like most movies to do with that sort of stuff. Because it just gets...
Yeah.
Some of them get pretty weird, and I kind of like the weird shit.
Yeah.
But this was definitely... When I first watched this movie, I was not expecting it to go down like that, because you think Event Horizon, you do think like black holes and stuff and space travel.
Yeah.
You don't expect the movie to take the turn that it takes.
No.
It just...
No.
Because you think, oh, maybe they've just gone to a planet, like, it's going to have aliens, and these aliens might be experimenting on humans, or they might have first encounter with humans, they want to kill them, whatever, etc. But no, it's just another dimension that's full of chaos, and the ship's alive.
Yeah.
And it's trying to get back there. It's pretty mental.
With a new crew.
Yeah.
Part of the ship, part of the crew. Yeah.
But no,
we don't need eyes to see. That's fucking creepy shit, man.
Yeah. They're ripping their own fucking eyes out.
Oh, dude. Some of the imagery in that movie. Because one of the comic books is a prequel, and it goes. I think it goes into like what happens to the original crew. I was like, whoa,
Yeah, right.
that'd be pretty fucking wild.
Well,
That'd be pretty fucking wild.
even when Sam Neill's character sort of shows Martin Lawrence's, sorry, not Martin Lawrence, Lawrence Fishburne's character, like what it's like, and you get those like flashback or flash images.
Yeah,
like that.
And they get that little like yeah, like the fucking, and they get that little video, that little snippet video, and they're like fucking and
they're
fucking
like chained up with
shit.
razor wire, and they're all getting fucked up and getting tortured and shit.
That doctor's death, and he's like fucking hanging from the fucking ceiling on
fish
hooks.
Yeah, he's hanging from fish hooks, and his guts are open, and he's got fucking organs all over the table.
Yeah.
It's like space Saw in space.
Yeah, it is like Saw in space. Yeah. It's like one of the few. It's like one of the few good Paul W.S. Anderson movies. He doesn't have a long list of good movies, but that is one of them. And it just happens to be one of his first ones. Event Horizon, and what's the other one that I liked that he did? He wasn't a director on it.
The first Death Race. The first Death Race was alright.
Oh yeah, that was alright. Soldier was okay as well, actually. Can't find it. There's another one he was involved in, and it was like similar. It was like a space movie as well. It was pretty good. It had like a weird name.
He did he did the screenplay for Alien vs Predator.
Pandorum. He was the producer on Pandorum. That movie's pretty good. Definitely worth a sus. Good fucking sci-fi horror movie. It's got Dennis Quaid in it, man.
Yeah, right. Oh, I think I have seen that before. It's just been a while.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Overall, it's a fucking good movie. Like,
yeah, it is.
It is
definitely
limited by its time. Like for me, it really had like an alien vibe in it, like the way the ship kind of looked on the inside and all that sort of stuff, and like the claustrophobic, and like the it's like the imagery, I guess, it kind of had like that alien vibe to it because it was all like real sets on the inside of the ship. So I like real sets. I think real sets always look better. No CG.
Yeah,
you could the days where they could CG like everything. People just walking through fucking Greenland.
You could definitely tell they were limited with the gravity stuff because obviously their ships had like artificial gravity and stuff, and they had these like special magnetic boots that suction them to the surface so they could walk as if there was gravity. Which is all well and good. It probably makes a decent amount of sense, but like and then there's scenes where you see them floating around, and you're like, "Ooh, that looks horrible."
Yeah, and like the goo, in the start, there's like that goo.
Oh, yeah. Everything that was floating without gravity, where they had the suction boots and they're walking, and it looks like they're in gravity, and you could tell for the time they did their best job to make it look real, but it just looks like a floating ball of CG mess.
Yeah, floating ball of CG cum.
Basically.
Yeah, space cum.
But yeah, Event Horizon, I'd probably give that a solid 7 out of 10.
Yeah, it's an iconic cult classic movie. You know what I mean? Lots of people love it. I watch it every now and then. Go back and watch that movie. It's definitely worth a sus. If you haven't seen it.
Yeah, no, it is pretty good. And actually,
actors in it too.
Yeah, the actors. Kathleen Quaylen as well. Kathleen Quinlan. Sorry, she looks rather old now, though. Kathleen.
Oh, her, yeah. Jeez, she's 71 now.
Yeah, she was in Apollo 13 as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
She that's the one that lives, right? At the end.
Blonde girl, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And apparently in the sequel comic book, she comes back like 200 years later. Like she was like for it. They gave her like the Ripley treatment. She like sat in like fucking stasis for like 200 years.
yeah, right. But yeah, no, that I like that movie. Yeah, solid 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
I guess we
Yeah.
can talk about a few other things now. We've got the Supergirl box
The bad.
office.
Let's talk about the sad news we got yesterday, though. That's just such a shame.
Oh yeah, was that are you talking about Blue Beetle?
No, not that. Ryan Hurst.
Oh, but yeah,
Being
fuck,
moved
I
from
just that completely just I completely forgot about that until you just said it.
yeah, Ryan Hurst getting removed from God of War. That's a shame. That's a real shame.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw he was playing Kratos, I was like, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, so
As much as the fucking dude that played Teal'c in fucking Stargate wanted to do it because he voiced him, so he don't really. Fortunately, he didn't really look anything like him, bro.
no, but he does have the perfect voice though.
He does have the perfect voice. He's got a very deep voice. He's like
And
the new James Earl Jones.
And his voice in the video game is like chef's kiss. Perfect.
Said, though, he doesn't talk very much.
No, he doesn't. But like, still, like, it adds to the ambience of him being that strong, silent character.
Yeah, we're not downplaying his skills as a voice actor for Kratos. He did a very good job, but it just there happens that Ryan Hurst looks exactly fucking like Kratos with a beard. So let him do it. Let him do it. Just fucking accept it.
But because I did a bit of reading into it after you had sent it to me, and apparently the extent of his injury, they reckon it's going to be like a 12-month healing process.
Healing period, yeah.
So, I mean, I can get why they're putting it off because they can't just like film parts of it, wait a year because the kid that's playing Atreus will have this massive growth spurt out of nowhere and it will look off. I get that. Not to mention production cost and having
get another kid in. We can punch.
I mean, there's probably ways they can do it.
I don't give a fuck. I want Ryan Hurst.
It does suck. It does suck. And that Ryan Hurst as well. I think that's probably when Sons of Anarchy went downhill, is when his character died.
It did, yeah. He was like my favorite character in Sons of Anarchy.
He was a lot of people's
favorite character. Yeah, I remember watching it at work, and they're like, "Who's your favorite character?" I was like, "Oh, probably like OP and like this," and like everyone else had already seen it all, and I was like, just watching it for the first time. I'm like, "Oh yeah," and then I come in like a couple of days later, and I'm like, "What the fuck? He died!" And they're like, "Yeah, no, we knew that when you said that you liked him."
Yeah, yeah.
This is bullshit.
That was a rough episode.
Yeah.
But actually, before we move it, we'll talk about the box office for Event Horizon, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I'm curious. I don't think it did very well.
Well, it had roughly the budget of $60 million.
Okay.
And when it released, it really only released in domestic in America. And it only earned about $26 million.
Oh, that's not good at all.
No.
That's horrible.
It did eventually obviously make it to international market through DVD stuff, but I don't have the DVD sales or anything here.
I don't have those figures in front of me right now.
Well, I've only got the box office. And then apparently it re-released in Australia, but I don't know what that means because it only earned like $500 from that, so I don't know what that box office means.
Cinema, like.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, talking about box office though, just off topic a little bit. When I went to go see Odyssey, the fucking cinema was packed. I didn't book my tickets early. I went and it was just like, I'm just going to get my tickets at the door. There was only one spot left for me and Alex to sit in. Everywhere else was single seats only.
Yeah, I always pre-purchase tickets that way I don't have to.
I do as well, but I haven't gone to a movie in recent times and it's been that full. That's the most full I've ever seen the cinema in the last fucking 2 years.
Well, Well, I don't think the Odyssey's going to flop simply because there's a lot of people that like Christopher Nolan, and they are sort of
that
just
huge fan base. Yeah.
and a lot of people are actually rather ignorant to the source material of the Odyssey, and they're probably not going to understand that Achilles should be the one talking to Odysseus in Hades, not Sinon, etc., etc. And I think the average person's probably still going to enjoy it and like it, and probably go see it. So I think it's still going to make money just because it's got Christopher Nolan's name to it.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, and my cinema wasn't very packed. There was maybe 10 people there.
Yeah, but you live in a town of 15 people, so it just means that there's 4 people are at work.
It's like 80,000. Jeez.
Oh, okay.
But most of them are crackheads. But anyway, but with Spider-Man, I'll probably have to pre-purchase because I looked at the seats that I can get for the time that I probably the only time I can go, and it's nearly fucking full already. And we're still like fucking 10 days out.
Yeah, I'll have to get my tickets. I'm gonna go see it in Tasmania while I'm there, and then we can do the recording for it on the Sunday when I get back.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing like a shit ton of overtime at work that week, so I've only got a small window I can actually go watch it.
Yep. Supergirl.
Yeah, it's
how's she looking? Bad. Good.
Currently, total worldwide figure for box office is sitting at 119 million.
119 million.
Which still financial. Sorry.
What was the budget on it again?
I think the budget was like 120. I think they're pretty much on budget.
Yeah, so they're almost cracking even. Rough, close to. Maybe it's probably still losing a little bit. But
it was about 50 million off. Budget's roughly 170 to 175 million.
Okay, so that's definitely still lost money. Okay.
They've made their marketing and distribution budget back though, so they still need to make another 170 million to break even, because it was 120 million for marketing and distribution. So
might make it back in like video on demand sales and shit.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. That's a lot of money to make on VOD sales.
They make some of it back.
Yeah,
at least. I reckon there'll be a lot of people that watch it from home. They don't want to see it in the movies.
They reckon the Odyssey was on track to make like 200 million opening weekend. I think they said.
Yeah.
It's the weekend at the time of this recording. It's the weekend here in Australia, but over in America it's still Friday, so they've still got 3 days worth of time to go watch it and see what it's like. Maybe we'll discuss that in next week's video if we have a video next week.
Yeah,
so don't think there's anything on next week to discuss again.
No, I think we're devoid. Although we could go if you've got spare
Rick and
time.
Morty.
Could talk about Rick and Morty, or I wouldn't mind going and seeing that Evil Dead Burn. Apparently, that's done really well. So perhaps we can see that.
Yeah,
next week.
Yeah, probably do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're at the 40-something minute mark, 45-ish.
48 minutes. Yeah.
Pack it in. Pack it out.
Yeah, I guess we'll leave it there. We'll probably go see what is it? Evil Dead Burn next week.
Evil Dead Burn.
And
we're gonna see Evil Dead Burn. We're gonna do it early next week because we'll have to. I don't know what's your. We'll figure it out after this, but I'm going away on Friday, so I'll have to go see it earlier.
Yeah, well, I'm on night shift all this week, so really any day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good.
Wednesday would probably be best because I'm not working Wednesday night. Wednesday night's my day off. So
record it Wednesday night.
Yeah. So go watch it. Go fucking Monday or Tuesday.
Yep. Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah. Awesome. All right.
Easy. All right.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Catch you later.
Next one, I guess.
Bye bye.